this afternoon, it's coming up to 5 o'clock. The sun is going down behind me and I'm in a bowl in the hills, in the countryside. And look at the mountains behind me. I'm actually in Khao Yai, about 150, 200 Ks out of Bangkok. Today, it is full of BMWs, and that's because it's BIMMERMEET. BIMMERMEET 6, the 6th year that the biggest event for BMWs in Southeast Asia is taking place. It's mid-January, and this time it's in Khao Yai, out of Bangkok. Normally BIMMERMEET takes place in Bangkok or around Bangkok. This time they have gone out, up to Khao Yai, up into the mountains. So it's more pleasant, it's more cooler, and it's a nice vibe. So I come for BIMMERMEET to check out the BMWs because you will see hundreds of cars here, but also because I've not been to this racetrack. It's absolutely beautiful in this bowl, in the hills, in Khao Yai, but you can also see it's not been painted for a long time and the paint's cracking away and falling away. But it's a very, very beautiful track. It's very small, very narrow, not much runoff. So it's good to be here, good to see this track, good to see this vibe going on this afternoon. And being in Khao Yai, it's a beautiful place in the mountains, so it's good to be here. So on this video, I am just going to check out what's going on, show you some of the BMWs, because you get a real mix of BMWs here. Everything from classic ones, and in fact, let me just make that point. We've got an absolutely slammed down, lowered, kitted E30, a favorite in Thailand. And then we step straight across to a brand new crossover. That's kind of the mix that goes on with BMWs here. And in fact, this track, how steep it goes up and it curves around, really, really cool place to come. So anyway, I'm just going to show you what is going on today with the BMW scene in Thailand. And in fact, as I come to these meets once a year, check down into the description below and I'll drop you a link to BIMMERMEET 5, which took place at Impact Speed Park this time last year, and you can catch up with that. Oh, I see here, look, we've got a Liberty Walk here, and this yellow and black wrap, that's pretty unique and pretty unusual. And right next to it, a 4-door E30 Alpina, so you can't go wrong. But it really is something completely different. I mean, you just look at that cliff face behind the track, no runoff or anything. Pretty impressive track. A little bit of Gankachan going on here as well, with the cliff faces, with the inclines, with the curves. So kind of like a little bit of Gankachan style, but a lot shorter in Khao Yai, up to the north of Bangkok. This is the event sign for this year, and this is going to be really, really popular all night, with people parking their cars in front, and you can see they're queuing from all sides here. They want to get a photo with the sign for posterity to post, and that is going to be going on all night. As you'd expect in Thailand, there's a lot of E30s, a lot of modified E30s, and generally when people put the bonnet up, they got modifications they want to show off under the bonnet. And as you would absolutely expect at this event, there are loads of 2002s. There are several 2002 groups in Thailand, and these are probably the most hardcore, rusted on, passionate guys of all the car groups here. They just hang out weekend after weekend with their cars. The 2002 scene is like nothing else you could imagine here, and the quality and the builds they do are absolutely amazing. They go to everything, they hang out, and it's no surprise to see a lot of their cars. This wide body 2002 build has to be one of my favorite 2002s in Thailand. I need to show you these arches. Look at the width on that. That is absolutely crazy. And I like it's got these kind of damping things to support everything. That is absolutely crazy, and I really love the color. I'm just going to show you the back wheels as well while we're here, because this is as wide as it gets. And again, I really like these supports they put in. This is a very, very nice build. And it goes as good as it looks. Underneath here, I've got a big turbo BMW engine, a lot going on. A lot of detail on these vents here. Very, very nice. I'm just going to get right in the way and just show you how passionate these guys are. They're lining up for the group photo. And you can see they've all got the same matching t-shirt on, especially for this event. These guys are absolutely locked on. I just want to show you this 1602 because this guy, he's got the classic roof rack with the wooden slats in it. Looks very, very cool. He's got a very interesting looking strut brace on the front, but we're not looking at that today. Actually looking, he's put an awning off the back of his roof rack over here like this, and it's got bamboo poles holding it up. That's pretty cool. That's 1602 camping style. Stand down in this drainage ditch so you can actually see. And on the front here, he's put BMW 2002 Thailand. That's quite a cool style. I like that. I like this 2002 as well. This looks absolutely original. The rubber overriders are long gone here. Look at that paintwork. It is absolutely cracked with age. And here we've got it flaked off and a big patch of rust right round this car. This is looking as original as it gets. We've got a big original patina on the roof. Kind of like that. Right round this car, this paintwork is so original. All the rust, all the cracking up, and I'm sure there's a bit of filler going on in there somewhere. I like this ducktail here. It kind of quite low and sticks out quite a long way. It gives that whole 2002 boot more length to it, a bigger feel. Quite nice at sweeping out. And down the side is very like box arch, rocket bunny style. And round the front as well, we go right round. The front is pretty nice as well. This bumper delete air dam which V's out, and it's got these air intakes here with one there, the plates there. It's quite nice that. I think it's quite a distinct front end. And here we have definitely the smallest BMW in the meet. BMWs attract a certain kind of owner, should we say like a less shy kind of person. But look at these wheels, they are unbelievable. 23-inch, 275, 35 Pirelli tyres on them, massive M-branded calipers on it, and in fact this whole BMW X, this is something else. Got gold trim around the kidneys and the whole shape, the whole size, and this big thick gold trim around here, and these detailing in the back lights, and then I'll show you on the back end as well. Unbelievable. Gold finished diffuser and quad exhaust stacked vertically. This is something else. I say this in a lot of my videos, but Thailand is the home of epic sunsets. Wherever you go in Thailand, whatever car meet, whatever event, when it gets to this time, just on 6 o'clock, the sunset will be epic. You're guaranteed that. I keep touching on it at motor shows, things like that, when I come across the big kidney grill. Still not doing a lot for me, but actually this grill here on this M4 competition with the carbon fiber and the way it's detailed and all this carbon fiber around, actually it's probably the best one I have seen so far. They've got away from those slats and given it more of an aero purpose to it, and I think that works quite well. And I kind of like this splitter on the front in carbon, all the detailing here, all the air intakes, and this green is pretty nice, and the badge as well. So yeah, I am not a big fan of this new grille, but I think the way they're bringing it out with a performance angle to it is taking some of the sting out of it. That stands out quite a lot. This M2 has got a pink purple color, I don't know the BMW color names, with gold trim round the kidneys, and it's got a carbon fiber splitter, and it looks like it might be another air intake underneath here is incorporated into it. That stands out quite a lot. And it's not just cars. BMW also does motorbikes, so we have a bit of a group of BMWs going on here. We've got a big touring bike here and some classic bikes here as well. And this one with a sidecar, with a big engine going on, which I don't know what it is. Got another touring bike, and we've got the 1800cc, which has a big engine stuck in it. And then we've got a garage called Flawless Garage here, but I like these split rims here, this work rims on it, look pretty nice. And next to it, got BBS as well, pretty nice. And then I have just got to show you this girl walking past, because that is one of the highlights of the night for sure. Now I got to refocus and carry on. These wheels, race forged. I don't really know the wheel actually, but I like the way it's been done. We've got this outer piece, which has been painted in like quite a shocking light blue. And then we've got these black spokes. Almost gives like a bit of a rotiform feel to it. And cross-drilled and vented discs with a massive bell inside. 20-inch wheels, in fact 275/30 tires on it. That looks pretty nice. And this car's got some nice trims on it as well, in carbon. I've got a rear spoiler that is carbon fiber and looks pretty different. It's got swan neck racing style mounts. And these end plates, they wrap over. I've not seen that before. Looks pretty good. It kind of feels like it's more like something out of Back to the Future. It's quite nice. That curves around, real racing style. Just look around the front of this Khao Yai here. Carbon bonnet as well. Carbon splitter on the front. Pretty nicely done. And then next door, got an i8. If there was one car, I would definitely say you'll meet at a car meet. And one car that probably appears in my event videos more than any other car. Kuntu's orange Jägermeister style V8 BMW E30 build. No surprise to see that here. This gets absolutely everywhere. And while I'm looking here, this Alpina Touring is very, very nice. Like this color as well. In terms of absolutely beautiful cars here tonight, this CSI Coupe is going to be hard to beat. Absolutely standing out a mile, and you can see the B-pillarless design, a beautiful like leather interior in it as well. And this color as well, I'm not sure the light's going, it's like a slightly black with a bit of blue in it. Really, really nice. And this is going to be something that is hard to top in the beauty stakes tonight.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm the owner of this E9 BMW. It's one of my dream car. Originally it was silver, but I decided to, completely change everything except the original of the engine and everything else. And you would not believe that it took me 5 years to complete it. It's not 100%, it's 99.25. That's still some detail to be corrected. But I still keep original wheels, Mac wheels that I have, okay. But many parts still back to original. Some part I have to buy it from Germany, from England, elsewhere. Just try to complete it.
It's just coming up to 6:30 and it's going dark. I actually got here an hour or so ago when it's daylight, and then we hit the sunset, and now it's dark. 8-speed, a little track in Khao Yai. That's kind of for test days, for product launches, that kind of thing. Couldn't hold racing here really, it's not that built up. But it's really, really nice, it's really beautiful, it's a really great vibe in the hills, and you've got BMWs all around and I'm getting right in the way. Anyway, it's a really nice track, it's got a great incline, it's got a lot of great curves to it, and it's a beautiful place to hang out on Saturday night. It's nice to be up in Khao Yai, up in the mountains. It's cooler than being in Bangkok or Chonburi or places like that. It's nice up here. There's a kind of a nice light breeze going on, and the cars are laid out all around the track. So good to be here. Good to see this. And I mean this 5 Series Touring Alpina in this beautiful beige color. Absolutely wonderful. And here are two people you would really expect to see here today. Kuntu standing up there with a Fender Night t-shirt. He's got that orange E30 with a V8 I showed you before. And the photographer known as Fast Run Shot on Facebook. Expect to see these guys here. Expect to see them at work. We're into mid-January, but I think for someone, Christmas is still ongoing. This E30 looks completely mental with fairy lights all over it. That is the funniest thing I have seen all night. So with that crazy E30 with all the fairy lights on, I'm out of here. My first time at 8 speed. And it's a pretty cool place. There's a pretty cool atmosphere, a good ambience at night. I've never been here before, and this is like the first big car event I've really heard of here even. So I hope there's going to be more events here, because it's a nice place to chill. And I think this would be a great place to do the camping style event where you come car meet and you camp overnight. Be fantastic here. Doesn't seem like a lot of amenities here, because you can see they brought in toilet trucks, that kind of thing. They brought in a lot of mobile generators. So there's not a lot of facilities here. But I think for an event, if you're prepared to put in a bit of effort, this should be great. And I really like to see this track in the daytime. I really like to drive it in the daytime as well, catch what's going on. So with that, I'm out of here.